Hello everyone. So in last video we saw about GET request. Like user has created, means developer has created three APIs to three GET APIs. Okay, the first one was fetching list of users, like how many users are available in the database. So those results it was fetching. The second one was fetching the specific user detail using path parameter, and the third one was using a specific user details using query parameter. So this is what it was about GET request. Now we'll go and test this post API what developer has created to register user. Okay, so now let's go to Postman. Uh, don't save anything. Okay, now see. So to register user, okay, to register user, what and all information we need to provide. Okay, so to register user, name is required, date of birth is required, address details required. In address detail, house number is required, Aadhaar number is required, line number required, this line number 2 required, landmark required, pin required, and in office address, this building number required, and address line 1 required, address line 2 required, landmark required, card ID required like employee ID, and the pin is required of that area. Okay, so now what is this structure? This structure is JSON structure. Okay, just a second. Yeah, this is JSON structure. Okay, so see see the curly braces where it gets open and called, that is one called JSON object. Okay, and if it is in the form of like a square bracket, okay, if it is inside bracket, then it means it is like array of JSONs. Okay, this square bracket indicates array, and this curly braces indicates JSON object. Okay, this is one JSON object, and there are chances like JSON object itself can have some nested JSON. Okay, so this is what address details. Address details is like nested JSON to that. Okay, in address details, this is the first one is like house address, and we have one more JSON object. Okay, that is like office address. See, this is also starting with curly braces and ending. So this is like, so this is in this one whole JSON we have actually three JSON. The first one itself, this bigger JSON, second one is like address details, and third one is like office address. So now you will be wondering like how we will get to know like we need to send data in this format only. We need to create one JSON object, a sub JSON object, and then we need to create one another object inside that object. So these details developers will provide you. Okay, you don't need to know like this structure. Developers will tell you. So when you will be providing these details in this structure only, and then using this API, then it will add data in database. Okay, so now what, so according to our previous video, we saw like get users. It was fetching the list of users from the database. Okay, so now currently only one user is there. So let me go to DB and check. Select this, just a second, test the connection and then connect it, and then select star from user. Okay, see, only one user is there. That's what we are getting, only one user. Okay, see, now add to add user, to register user, developer has given one more API. Okay, that API is, just a second, I will show you. Where is that? See, post mapping. See, this is what post mapping. What is the resource for this is slash users. Okay, the first one is base URL and then slash users, and this is like post request. Okay, here it is mentioned, right? Post, post, post. So this is what post request is, and the request body, it needs the body, and what body it needs? It needs one user object. Okay, this user object it needs. So then it will add the user in the database, and then it will return that user in the form of response. Okay, so now see, this is what API developers has created. They told like this is what API is, this is what the base URL, this is what the resource is, and when you will hit this as a post request providing these details, then it will add data in database. Okay, so currently what details are there? Only one user is there in the database. Right now we'll try to add one. Okay, So this is what the API is. So this is like base URL and this is like resource. Okay. So this is post API developers has created, and they have asked to give these details in this format only. So we'll do one thing. So this ID is like automatically generating. So don't bother about it. It is like runtime it will generate. So whatever ID, it is like just dummy data we are giving. It is nothing related to this particular body. Okay. So now we'll update one like care 6 7, and we'll give this as a 6. We'll give house number 57. We'll give this as 9, MG Road 9, cross 9, and near airport road 9 9, and then 19, then building number 56, and then XYZ 6, bus stand 9, then 9, and employee ID 9, and this is also 9. Okay, so this is what it is. So see, as I told in like when I was explaining postman, so this is the body. Okay, and this is like post request. So we have selected this post request. This is the API, and we need to provide some data in data, which data we want to send. So this is what data we want to send it through body. Okay, so in last video what we saw, like when we were like fetching some ID with some data, we were providing that data in URL itself, but here we are not providing that data in URL. Okay, so see, as I told, there are two ways to send data to server. Okay, one is by giving data in the URL itself, and another by sending it as a body. Okay, so now so sending it as a body. So there are two type of data. One data, if it is exposed to user, it will not harm anything, but in some cases there are few data, okay, which are sensitive, so those data we should always send in form of body. And see, suppose if these many parameters we can add in URL, how bulky our API look like. Okay, so that's what we need to send these data through postman, through body. Okay, so this is what developer has created, and they have asked like to send it in this format only. Okay, so that's what we have to provide data like this. Now in body section we have given this, we have added this data, and then we have selected like we are sending this data in the form of JSON. Okay, now we have something called headers. So this is like content type, and this is application JSON. It means we are accepting, means the response should come in JSON format. This is what it meant. Okay, now let me first reconfirm data. See, only one user is there. Now what we are doing, we are trying to add one more user. Okay, so now we hit that user. So this is what our body is, and in response we got, see, ID, this automatically got generated. So ID is 6. Okay, and little help by KR7, this is what details we have passed over here, right? 7 7, this is 6, and this is 9999, everywhere we have added. So this is 9999, everywhere it got added, and this is size. So whatever data we have got and we got in the response. Now let's check whether after adding any user using this API, this post request, okay, whether we are able to fetch it or not with our previous get results. Okay, so this is what get API was there, and we'll hit. So it should return how many users are there in DB, all the details should come. See, this is what it came, right? This is what we have added, right? So this little help by KR7, and this is 9999, these things we have added. Now whether this post request, so our requirement was to register user and it should be available in the DB. So in DB now we'll run and check whether it got added or not. See, little help by KR5, and this is like ID is 6. So see, you can see it got added. What was the ID? ID was 6. Okay, so this is what the post request is and how it looks like. So everything, so like get request will look like this, the post request will look like this. So this is what it is, and every information will be given to you. You no need to take tension like how we will be getting these data and all those things, from where we'll get the information. So in every organization, what happens, there is like they use Swagger. Okay, Swagger is something where all the API details related to that particular whole application, it will be available. Developers used to create that, and they will send that link to every tester or every developer, so that if you want to see what and all APIs are there, what and all it supports, whether it is post, put, get, delete, or whatever it is, so every details used to be there. So for just for your knowledge, what I have done, I have some API. Let me show you. Not API, sorry. The I have this Swagger UI. Just I was searching in Google whether I should get any sample or not. So I found this one. So this is what exactly the Swagger UI. Okay, just a second. Let it get loaded. My internet is today too slow. Hold on for a second. Yeah, see, this is like Swagger API. So see how it is like. This is like post request, and see, this is like ID, path ID. Just I explained in my previous video, right? So this is post request, this is put request, this is get request, and when you will hit this API, you need to provide these details. It will go in the form of parameter. See, this is file upload. So this means what exactly that post request is required, every information will be there. So this is like some base URL, and after that slash PET. So that is like this is the post URL, and then you need to provide body, and body should be in this format. Okay, so so in interview, if anybody will ask you like how you used to get the information, like what and all APIs are there, and which API supports what, whether it is get, put, post, and what and all data you need to provide. Till then, directly we have a Swagger for our application, and all the API details used to available over there. So this is what it is. See, it is post, delete, everything is there. What and all API is there related to that particular application, everything will be there. So this is what it is, Swagger. So we have covered now get we covered in last video, and post we have covered, and this put and delete. Okay, first I will cover this delete in this video itself, and then we'll go for put in some other video. Okay, now see, so now we saw like we have added one user, and it got added in DB also. We saw here, right? In DB also it got added. Let me add one more, making it 71, then 9, then 58, then make it 8, make it 8, sorry, then make it 8, like 8, 58. Okay, let me send this. Okay, so now we added, and we got the response, like one record got created with ID 9 and other information like 71, 58, like 888 we have given, right? All the details are available, and we'll check this is in database also. See, now it is available there. So now coming to delete user. Okay, so for delete user, there is a separate API what developer has created. Okay, so when you will go here and see delete user, see, for deleting user, they have created one API. So what is the resource for that? This is like slash users. So this is what the resource URL. So you have to provide base URL slash this one. Okay, then the request should be delete. Okay, and what, see, this is like parameter, query parameter we need to pass. Okay, we need to pass this query parameter. This is the variable, and this is the ID. So which one we want to delete, so it will remove that user. Okay, so currently when we'll go and hit this get API, so what and all users are there? The first user is with ID 1, the second one is with 6, and the third one is with 9. Okay, so we have 3 users. Now what we'll do, we'll delete one of the user. Okay, so this is what the base URL is, and then after users slash users, this is what developers has given this. Okay, slash users, and then we need to pass data and like ID. So what we'll do, we'll first we'll delete this, the middle one. Okay, the sixth one, not the others. We'll delete the sixth one. This one we will delete, and we'll see whether it is getting deleted or not. So ID we need to provide as 6. Okay, now we'll see, send it. So this is like 200. Okay, it means like our request is successful. Now we'll hit this. Okay, now see, earlier we were having two requests, three users, right, with ID 1, 6 and 9. So now with ID 1 and 9 is there, nothing else, only two response came. So one got deleted. Okay, so see, this is like earlier when we have faced this. Now again, when I'll run this, so now you can see like that one record got removed, means one user got deleted from the database. Okay, so this is how delete works, and this is how they have defined, which developer have defined this API. Okay, developer has defined this API, and we need to provide this as a query parameter, then it will delete that specific user. So let me delete one more. So now what we are left with, we are left with 1 and 9. So we'll delete one. Okay, so we'll delete one. Now we'll hit, see, 200. Okay, okay, so now we'll go to database and we'll see now the first got removed, right? So this is how this delete API works. Yeah, that's it for today. So I'll be explaining put request in other video, and after that I'll be explaining couple of more videos I'll be adding for authorization and other things. Okay, so for timing, thank you guys.